Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing another Big Finish audio collection, Doctor Who Big Finish audio collection. And that's, yeah, sorry about the lighting. If the lighting's terrible, it's predominantly just because literally I'm using an actual light, i.e. the actual, sun, which is not out today, because why would it be? It was out all of yesterday when I decided not to do this video, but, that's by the by, I guess. Well, besides the fact that you're barely going to be able to actually visually see what's on screen. But yeah, so I've got a fairly substantial amount of Big Finish audio since my last Big Finish audio collection, which I think was about 3 months ago now of this recording, maybe even 4 months ago of this recording, so quite a while back now. And I just felt like it was necessary to do another video, predominantly because I don't feel like I'm going to be buying any new Big Finish audios anytime soon, or, well, I would like to, but I mean, at least getting any more in my collection anytime soon, because Christmas and my birthday have already just gone by, so I'm not going to be getting any in terms of, like, you know, those sorts of things. I'm going to actually have to buy them. Buying things sucks balls. No, not really, but still. Over here we have the Fourth Doctor Adventure series, episodes 1 through to 6. Highlights of those would easily be episodes 3 and 4. Wrath of the Iceni being episode 3, superb, sort of pure historical with Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor and Louise Jameson as Leela. Imagine sort of the Eaters of Light setting, but with a sort of Fires of Pompeii sort of feel and tone to it, but like meets the classic series. Phenomenal story, definitely the peak of the first series of Fourth Doctor Adventures, as was the Energy of the Daleks as well. You know, it's a Dalek story set in, I want to say, the future, so like in my head I get sort of Bells of St. John meets sort of Dalek Invasion of Earth sort of thing, like a futuristic version of Dalek Invasion of Earth, but scaled down a bit, obviously, because that one's a fucking epic story. But but yeah, I've done an overview of the first 6 stories. The weakest one would easily be Destination Nova for me, which is the first story, but which is a shame, really. But as I say, I've done an overview of Series 1 of the Fourth Doctor Adventure series on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in that in any way, shape or form, then you should probably check that out. Moving on, we have Series 2 of the Fourth Doctor Adventure series, with Antimatter, Sands of Life, and then War Against the Lan. Now, if you've been recently subscribed and or watching my content, then you'll know that out of the 3 of the Fourth Doctor Adventure series, Series 2 episodes I do have, I've reviewed the first 2, so Antimatter and Sands of Life, so I've only got War Against the Lan to listen to and review. And I'm planning on listening and or reviewing it tomorrow of this recording, so that'll be fun. Then next up we move into my box sets. I have Dark Eyes, First Dark Eyes. My friend over at Nerd Central bought me that quite some time ago now. I want to say for a Christmas, maybe even a birthday. I'm not 100% sure on that, but awesome box set and or set of 4 epic stories. Moving up here we have that one is the, if I can even, show you it in any sort of capacity. That one is the Gallifrey Time War box set volume 1, which, fun fact, if you again have been recently subscribed to my YouTube channel and or watch my content, which I hope you do, that is the first and only, unfortunately so far, box set that I've reviewed on the YouTube channel, so the Gallifrey Time War box set volume 1. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, I do agree with some of the points Pertwee Smith 11 made in his review, and that I am a bit confused as to where they're going to take the next box set, and it does feel like it's got a weird sort of mishmash of sort of elements of the Time War that were just sort of substantial mentions and key elements of the Time War as a whole, but just sort of implanted right in the beginning of the box set for oddity's sake, or for just the sake of the fact that it's set in the Time War, really. It's very odd in that respect, but it was still a good listen and a good box set. I got that for my 20th birthday as well, I might add. The 8th Doctor Time War box set is the next one that I've got, which is the only box set that I have in my collection that I haven't listened to any of the stories of, and that one is that one I also got for Christmas. Christmas just gone, the 8th Doctor Time War box set. Next you have the War Doctor box set, the first War Doctor box set, the second War Doctor box set, third War Doctor box set, and fourth War Doctor box sets. Fantastic box sets. If you're a long-time viewer and or fan of my content and or stuff, my ridiculous opinions about Doctor Who, then you might guess which one out of the four is, in my opinion, the weakest box set. But at some point I do, as I usually say in these videos, want to re-listen to all the War Doctor box sets and or do an overview of all four of them, ranking them, you know, which one's the worst, which one's the best, which one's the worst in my opinion, what were some of the highlights, some of the best bits, some of the, you know, the peaks of the War Doctor box set, what were some of the lowest points, you know, so on and so forth. Up here you've got Light at the End, phenomenal story, then Technophobia with David Tennant, all of the Davros series, which I still have yet to listen to, and I'll do an overview of, if I haven't listened to all of them individually, then I can do an overview of that series. So yeah, it's one of the few sort of things that I've got fully. I've only got, like, as I say, the first 4th Doctor series fully, all the War Doctor box sets, and then all of Davros, and that's it really. Everything else is little bits and bats here and there. Saying that, moving on from Davros, you've got series 6 of the 4th Doctor Adventure series with episodes 1, Beast of Kravanos, which I didn't think too much of. I didn't particularly care for it. I know, Heathen, because it was got Jago and Lightfoot in it. Meh, it was alright, I guess. Eternal Battle, adore that one. Sontarans, Zombie Sontarans, what's not to love? And then Blood of the Daleks Part 1 and 2, which I haven't re-listened to in a long time. I tried to get into Blood of the Daleks Part 1 and or re-listen to it and or then review it on the YouTube channel, but then it just kind of got waylaid and I may have actually fallen asleep. Either that or just sort of not listen to the rest of it that day. There was some reason that I just couldn't get into it, or, you know, it was weird. I had some reason anyway. It might have been a hot summer's day and I just was falling asleep, or just couldn't, you know, engage my brain and focus on something as substantial as a Big Finish audio. Beneath the Blood of the Daleks one, we have the only two Companion Chronicles stories that I've got, which are Time Vampire and Invasion of E-Space. Underneath those we have Tom Baker at 80, 2-hour interview with Nicholas Briggs talking to Mr. Tom Baker. Underneath that we have the 50th anniversary collection, music collection. And then down here we move on to my monthly range stories. We have what do we have here? Embrace the Darkness at 31, Scherzo at 52, The Last at 62, The Juggernauts, which is the newest one that I've acquired in my Big Finish audio collection. I predominantly bought that because it was dirt cheap on the Big Finish website, on the official one, because they were doing a sale of really old Big Finish audios for £6 instead of $14.99, so I snapped that one up because I've heard naught but good things about the Juggernauts, so picked that one up. Unregenerated, which I have reviewed on the YouTube channel. I think I gave it a good score. Terra Firma, which I just adore. I gave it one less score than Curse of Davros, though, oddly enough. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Live 34, which I know particularly like, which is 74 in the monthly range, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not going to lie. Night Thoughts, 79, still have yet to listen to that one. Time Works, 80, again, haven't listened to that one yet. Night Thoughts and Time Works are the first two Big Finish audios in the monthly range that I have that are, you know, in chronological order, i.e. 79, 80. Then the next one that I've recently bought, as well as the Juggernauts for £6, I also bought Memory Lane, which is an 8th Doctor story, 88 in the monthly range. Just sounded, and the cover, I really liked the cover. It sounded interesting, so I acquired that one and I bought that one. Year of the Pig, which is 90, which I got from my friend Michael over at Nerd Central. He was nice enough to get me that story for my 20th, for my birthday, so thank you to him for that. ID, which is 94 in the monthly range. It's not great. 100, which is surprisingly enough the 100th episode in the monthly range. Still have yet to listen to that one. Silver Turk, 153. Bloody hell, Silver Turk is phenomenal. This might be an unpopular opinion, probably, I presume, but I actually kind of prefer it over Spare Parts, even though Spare Parts is probably the more sort of well-known and probably more substantial Cyberman story in terms of their, obviously, play and or sort of substance and or rhyme and reasoning as to how they got into the Doctor Who universe. It's more important to the mythology and lore of them as a character, is Spare Parts, but actually I don't care. I actually prefer Silver Turk. It's way more interesting and enjoyable and way more creepier and darker. Spare Parts is just as dark and creepy, but I don't know, I think I prefer Silver Turk. But they're both great in different ways. Anyway, Witch from the Well, which I genuinely haven't listened to and or reviewed, Army of Death, and then Curse of Davros, which I give a 10 out of 10. Now, Silver Turk to Curse of Davros are the first 4 Big Finish audios that I've got back to back that are in chronological order, i.e. 153 to 156. Also 153, 4 and 5 are part of a trilogy, so when I've listened to and or reviewed each one of those, I'll do an overview of the 8th Doctor Mary Shelley trilogy, I guess you could call it. So yeah, then I've got Doctor Who Curse of Davros, which I got for Christmas, as well as the Time War 8th Doctor Time War box set, and then lastly, Doctor Who Silurian Candidate 229 in the monthly range. I got that for my 20th as well. That actually I got on the day of my 20th, whereas with the, obviously, Gallifrey box set, I had to wait pretty much until sort of latter end or beginning of March, actually. So nearly a whole month until that box set released, which was ever so slightly annoying, but whatever. But yeah, that's all of my Big Finish audios. Yeah, I think I've got a grand total of how many new 5 new monthly range stories I acquired. I've got the Juggernauts, Juggernauts, Memory Lane, that I bought those 2 for dirt cheap at £6 each. Year of the Pig, 90 in the monthly range. Again, I got that from my friend Michael. Curse of Davros, I got that for Christmas, and then Silurian Candidate I got for my birthday. So yeah, five new monthly range releases and 2 new box sets as well, which include the 8th Doctor Time War box set and the Gallifrey Time War box set. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.